Yes, I think we are going to nearly finish off the theme of Netilat Yadayim. Not yet another one, but nevertheless, this is the last part of this of Netilat Yadayim that I'm going to be speaking about for a minute. I want to still dedicate this to my mother, because one of the things that my mother was very particular was Netilat Yadayim. Every time we come to Pesach, one of the things that she did always change was the keli for Netilat Yadayim, a new one every time, and that's how I grew up with. And so my mother was very particular in that, Netilat Yadayim, tefillah. Her tefillah was more than anything else, like many, Hasidot women that just go by the mezuzah, and they stand there and they pray and they bless every member of the family and everybody. This was the temimut that they had, and this is so in a memory. The question is, if you are now by the beach, okay, you are having a good time. This is the summertime, and then you go and you don't have any water source in a keli or anything. How would you be able to do? How would you treat if you want to have a meal? What will you do? And the fact is that the halakha is you cannot wash, you cannot take from the sea, with a kli and then make a netilat yadayim, because it's salty water. And salty water, we have said already, in fact, the Gemara and the Mishnah in the Gemara, and also all the poskim, include the Shulchan Aruch in 160, says that you are not salty water, you cannot do netilat yadayim with that. And so the question is only what happened if you have now a water that it is sewage water. Sewage water, you also cannot. Why? The only reason for sewage water, not because you cannot drink it. That means, for example, water that was a task performed with the water, like for example, like we said, you take some bread and soften it in the water becomes disqualified. Or you wash the dishes, even though still the water is spotless, but the fact that the melacha was done, it's a different kind of prohibition why you cannot do the netilat yadayim with that. Now the question was, there are two things here. Salty water and water that a task was done, a melacha was done with it. Both of them are disqualified to do netilat yadayim. But what happened? Is there any solution to both of them? So it seems to be that according to Rabbi Yosef, Zichron Beracha, he said that if you desalinate the water, now it is permitted to do netilat yadayim. Why? Because the prohibition is because the salinated water, it's not raui leachilat kelev. It's not raui for an animal even to drink. Once you make it possible, it's okay. But a sewage water that was treated, like they do in Eretz Israel. What happened with the sewage water if you completely treat it and now it's okay? Half of Israeli economy depend on the sewage water that they completely treat it and it's valid, for to grow everything. And so what it is, you cannot use it no matter what. Why? Because the prohibition is because the melacha was done. Even if it is when you wash dishes and it's clean, still a melacha was done, and therefore treated water, there was a melacha before that. Therefore, you cannot use the treated water. But if you desalinate salty water, it's okay. Those are the halacha.